Alright guys, so welcome back to some more Apex. I hope you're having a very good day as always, and we have some more pieces of news to talk about in today's video. Today is also the 3rd of December, so we basically still have 27 more videos to post after today, which is a lot. Because if you guys don't know, I'm trying to post a video every single day this month because it's the last month of the year, so we have to end off this year on a strong note. And we'll see if we can actually do it, but so far so good. Wish me some good luck in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. But yeah, we're still on the grind, still trying to get a video out every single day. Now in today's video guys, we're going to be talking about next gen Apex, because Respawn really hasn't talked that much about what's going to take place with next gen. Will we get 120 FPS? Will we still have 60 FPS with the graphics improved slightly? We still don't know too much about what will take place when Respawn actually releases a proper PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X version of Apex on those next gen consoles. Now although Apex is playable right now on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and X, it's still just a ported version of the previous gen version of Apex. So you're basically playing the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version of Apex on these new consoles. Respawn hasn't really released their new product as yet for next gen. So we do have some small information on that in today's video. We're also going to be talking about cross progression, which is a very needed thing, I would say, for Apex. If you guys don't know what cross progression is, it's basically being able to play Apex on any platform, whether it be PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and even Switch in the near future, but still having your exact same account with all of your stats, all of your skins, all of that stuff. Apex doesn't have cross progression right now, unfortunately, but if it did, it would make it a lot easier to actually jump from different platforms and switch to different platforms as well. So we do have some information on that as well in today's video. So if you guys are ready, you know the drill, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We're also on the road to 50k subs, so if you guys have been watching me for a while, or maybe you even just found me on YouTube, click that sub button. It helps me out so much, I appreciate it. And enough talk, let's jump into the video. So let's talk about next gen first, right? There has been talks about Respawn possibly capping Apex at 60 FPS on next gen, and currently on previous gen or PS4 and Xbox One, it's not capped at 60 FPS. So this would be an improvement. This would make the gameplay a bit more seamless. But because it's next gen, because it's PS5 and Xbox Series X, everyone really assumed that Respawn would increase the FPS to maybe even 120 FPS on these next gen consoles. So some random person on Twitter basically said this, right? The devs have already said that they will still continue to cap Apex at 60 FPS on console. I don't have a source right now, but I think it was mentioned in the huge AMA they did on Reddit 3 weeks ago. Now that was false information, because Jason McCord, who is the design director at Respawn, replied and said this: "Not true, we haven't announced anything about our intentions with next gen consoles." So it's still kind of vague right now, because he didn't really confirm that Apex will be 60 FPS on next gen, but he also didn't confirm if it will be 120 FPS as well. So what I take this as, right, is that Respawn is still trying to figure out and decide what they want to do with next gen consoles. Maybe they are not sure if they should cap it at 60 FPS on next gen or even increase the FPS to 120 FPS. We don't know for sure, but I do expect Respawn to give us a solid and definitive answer on this very soon, because it's basically the end of the year right now. We have 1 more month to go. Next gen consoles have been basically out for 1 month as well, so I would personally say that by 2021 Respawn should give us an answer on whether next gen consoles will be 120 FPS or capped at 60 FPS for Apex. We'll see. Now obviously everyone would want to see Apex on next gen at 120 FPS, because that would just make the experience more enjoyable, more seamless, more smooth, and you most likely will feel a difference coming from current gen consoles going to next gen. So again guys, we'll see what Respawn decides to do. Fingers crossed we get some good news very soon, but until then, just hope for the best, and yeah, we'll see. Now let's move on to cross progression in Apex, which, as I said before, right, is something I really want to see come to this game, because I'm switching to PC very soon. I mean, console was fun, console is fun, but PC is just like the best place to really enjoy the full experience of Apex. So no disrespect to anybody who is still on console, I've been playing console for forever basically, but your boy is ready to actually make the switch to PC. But if crossplay is introduced in Apex, before I make that switch, basically I won't have to level up as much on PC. I'll still have all of my skins, all of my stats and stuff, and my badges, and it would just make a lot more sense to me to move to PC if we had cross progression. So once again, over on Twitter, somebody was asking the devs at Respawn Is there any possibility of cross progression? My friends and I want to switch to PC, but I don't want to lose all of our skins. Still the best BR out right now, good job. And Jason McCord responded and said this: "We hear you and know that the people want it. I want it too. We can't talk about anything that hasn't been announced though. Sorry." Now this might sound like bad news to you guys because Respawn hasn't said yes or no, but it's actually really good news. Here's why. In the past, Respawn actually came out and said that cross progression was not an option in Apex because of whatever, technical difficulties or whatever was going on behind the scenes. But because Jason McCord said this and the way he also phrased it as well, it gives me some kind of hope for the future of cross progression in Apex. We can't talk about anything that hasn't been announced. So maybe one day, hopefully very soon, cross progression would be announced in Apex, and as I said, that will make the experience a lot easier when switching from platform to platform. So once again, we have no definitive answer, we have no yes or no, but there's still hope, there's still possibility, and maybe one day cross progression will be here. I mean, look at crossplay. No one really expected to see crossplay in Apex back in 2019. We also had no hope for crossplay back in 2019, but some developments were made, some progress was also made, and look at us now, we have crossplay in Apex. So this could be a very similar story for cross progression. Fingers crossed. Let's hope and see. Now last but not least, something not as big as crossplay or as important as 120 FPS on next gen consoles, but we could be seeing reticles coming in Apex very soon. Obviously games like COD have always had reticles in it. You can actually change the way your red dot sight looks, your hollow sight looks and stuff. And I think everyone has been asking Respawn to actually implement reticles in Apex for a very long time. But now we also have some good news. So someone on Twitter posted this up and they were basically showing some fan-made designs for possible reticles to be introduced in Apex. And Josh Medina, who we know as a producer at Respawn, he's always active on Twitter and stuff, he responded and said that someone is writing a pitch deck with these suggestions. So there's talks about this currently going on in Respawn, guys, and if you've always wanted to see reticles in this game, like blue dot, green dot, all that kind of stuff, it could be coming much sooner than we think. So that's it for me today, guys. We had some very interesting news on cross progression on next gen, as well as some possible reticles. What do you guys think about all of these topics? Let me know. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in some more Apex. Till next time.